Hey guys, Barry with Father Seekers. This is the FS 100 Challenge number 47, Stewardship. What is stewardship? Great question. Stewardship is taking biblical responsibility for all that God has given you in your life. Your time, talent, treasure, your influence, caring for your health, your home. In other words, stewardship is taking care of all that God has blessed you with. Sometimes we just tie stewardship to money. And certainly, we have to steward our money well. We have to manage our money well. Most people attach stewardship to money. And again, yes, certainly. But we also have to steward our time, our talent, our treasure, our influence, our spiritual gifts, our capabilities, and our opportunities. All those things we have to steward. Like, how do we use well and use for God's glory all that He has given us? Those are really the two key pieces of stewardship. How do we use well what God has blessed us with, and how do we use well what God has given us to bring glory to Him and to bless Him, to bless His name, His kingdom, His work? How do we do that? Let's talk about those 7 things that I mentioned just a few moments ago, and I want to walk through this list with you and just maybe, if you've not heard these, introduce to you these items. First of all is our time. How do we use our time? Do we use it wisely? In other words, do you have a plan for your time? I know many great men who are very gifted, extremely gifted, and they don't know how to use a calendar, meaning they don't know how to manage their time. So they end up working long hours, ridiculous foolishness, and they end up offending people that they lead or have influence over. Here's an example of a story that I heard this week that a friend told me about a leader in his life. My friend has an incredible responsibility in our city here, and he just came off of an 8-week hard preparation for one event, and his time was very limited. So one of his leaders said, "Hey, I'd like to meet with you. I want to discuss some options with you on future opportunities." My friend agreed. He said, "Sure." They're edging up to the date. Got a call later. "Hey, I can't do this. I had something else that I forgot about, and I just need to reschedule." When you treat people that way, your leadership respectability goes in the hole. I'm talking to you about managing your time because many of us don't think about time affecting how it affects us, but especially how it affects other people. Like, if you're working all the time and you're not spending time with your wife and your kids, surely that's an issue. I'm not hammering people who work hard. There's a balance to be had. And actually, there's no such thing as balance. They're stewarding the moments we're in because we live in seasons in our life. That's the truth. Another podcast, Teach Me to Father. Go over there to that channel. So I want to talk to you now about not how to do this, because if you need that information, go to fatherseekers.org and jump on there. We have all sorts of information on there to help you with that. Let's talk about the second one. Let's talk about your talent. What is it that you do well that can bless and help other people? From mowing grass to building porches to working on cars to just being a friend and a listener. I know one of the people on my corporate board, he and his wife, they're in their mid-40s, and the thing that they do, they deliver meals to senior citizens. That's their thing. They love it. their talent. They're doing well financially. They're empty nesters, but they found something that they love to do, that they give away their time and their talent, their availability. Time is about availability. And then I know other people who have specially gifted talents that God's given them that they're incredible with. And they use them for God's glory. And using your talents for God's glory doesn't mean the only place you can use it's in the church. Forget that. You can use it in the church, in the world, volunteering in your community, helping your next door neighbor. Steward well your talent. Third, your treasure, money. Invest it for your future. Use it. Contribute to the kingdom. Give to people who don't have things. Help the poor and the fatherless and the widows if you want to do something that really clicks on the heart of God. Try that. That's amazing. But also giving to the kingdom on a regular basis. Giving 10% or 20% or whatever you give it as joyfully and happily to the Lord as the Holy Spirit directs your heart. I give more than 10. I give almost 20%. Don't mind telling you that. My goal in my life is to give more than 50% of my income because I love giving my money away to help God's kingdom. Number 4 is your influence. You may think that your influence is not something to steward, but it is. With anybody and everybody. With hundreds or thousands or 3 or 2. Your influence must be stewarded well. Number 5, your spiritual gifts. Learn what your spiritual gifts are. It'll help you get to where you need to be much faster in service in the kingdom. Don't say like most of my friends do, you don't have any, because you do. We all have spiritual gifts, so get off of it and learn them. Then your capabilities. What is it that you're capable of doing? Are you capable of doing more? Should you slow down so that you can have some well-engineered quality experiences with all of these stewarding places? You don't have to be busy 24/7. Last 7, your opportunities. Steward well your opportunities. Leonard Ravenhill said, we must capture, and I'm quoting his quote, not verbatim, we must capture the opportunity in the lifetime of the opportunity. If we miss that, we'll miss the opportunity. Download the PDF. There's tons to help you. Everything I just talked about. Bury with Father Seekers. This is the FS100 Challenge. Steward well, my friend.